Welcome back to war number 3 of season 21, and this war was actually pretty intriguing. It goes pretty well and has definitely some interesting and tougher matchups, I would say. First fight here though against Mordo. Once again, kind of a diversity placement, but we've got to fight a Sasquatch and a Nova on Aegis, or not, I say Aegis Intercept, but it's Ebb and Flow Intercept. Then I've got a Dragon Man on, what's that node? Unblockable Special 1 Mini, I think node 51 is the node. And then we've got an Arcus on 54 with power gain, and then a 6-3 Doom Boss. And I've never successfully soloed him. Always tried Ghost, and I was like, you know what? I want to try my rank 3 Torch. That dude has been a beast for me against Mystics all season long, last season. So let's give it a shot. I mean, we were in pretty good shape by that point in this war anyway, so it wasn't going to cost us the war or anything, just a little bit of pride. So it's like, you know what? I don't want to die, so I'm going to do everything I can not to die, but let's see if Torch has what it takes. So get that diversity fight out of the way, and then basically my fights were all just into the wrap. So from here on out, it was one continuous recording. I'm going to throw on all my big boosts and go to wrap this thing up. The 12% science, when else am I going to use it? I thought about using the power back, but I was like, dude, you don't really get much power back from those science boosts with Torch. So left that on. I do throw on, I think, a combat regen or an invul boost here. I can't remember which one it was. I just missed it. But this fight gets ugly in a hurry. So I know that he's going to take huge reduced damage. So I'm like, let me get an early intercept. Nope. Got wrecked, son. Took, almost 40% of my health. I'm going to throw a special here just to kind of regen back some of that adrenaline. And, okay, I'm in Nova. Great, but they're ticking for like 60 and 70 a piece. He's not going to take power stings because a lot of times I have to dex to trigger his specials, and there just ate a combo. So once again, I'm not really liking it. This is like my first real fight of the war, and I'm like, man, I'm just getting obliterated. And then I friggin' block that knowing that it's going to stun me. Only thing that got going good for me is that I put a bunch of incinerates on him. But man, I'm at 33%. He's at 68. And I'm like, oh, I got that stun off. Okay, let me get some space here. Reset myself a little bit. Try to recover this. I'm not going to try to force an intercept. I just got to let it come to me. I know I've got plenty of time, but I have to play well. I got to play smart because each debuff that I place on him is also giving him 50% additional attack. So unless they're the Nova Flames, which most of them aren't going to be, he's going to get a ton of extra attack on me. So I really got to watch that. So I got that quick. I don't like to try to punish that special one, but I was really close that time. So I was like, okay, and there, boom. Oh man, he gave me the opening for just an intercept naturally, and this dude just melts. I think I lost an additional 10% in the rest of that fight, but he lost, I think, over 70. So once I got that intercept and saw him just his health disappearing, I thought, whoo, okay, I can take a deep breath. Not clean whatsoever. So I didn't really take any warm-up fights coming into this. Maybe I should have, but I knew what to expect. I just didn't play it the greatest. This fight here, though, thankfully, I'd seen videos of it done, and I knew that it's basically just a Doom rotation of Special 1. I should say Special 3 into Special 1. Other than that, it's really no big deal to not get the intercepts off. So we'll just kind of let him do his thing. All I'm trying to do is keep him with a lot of power if possible. And I want to get to my Special 3. And then once again, like I said, it's all about just... And I don't throw it here because he doesn't have much power. So I'm like, man, I want him to at least have a little over 2 bars if I can. There we go with the reparry. Perfect. Okay, so he's sitting just under 2. I want to block, eat the heavy, which I'm like, okay. It didn't do that much damage. Now here we go. Now we're in business. Push him to 3 bars, or just under. Get my rotation going, and Doom is such a tank. I did a really poor job in that first war when I actually died to Nova. So this fight here, a little bit of redemption involved for me personally. And it's just a simple SP1. Now, I don't want to throw the SP2 because as I've kind of come to find out that Nova, he has a huge advantage against unblockable special attacks. He reduces their damage a ton. So it's like, man, don't even throw the SP2 unless it's a killing blow, basically. So the SP3 with 2 Furies, even though he's got that, reduced damage from the node itself, still does plenty. So here I can get into the SP1, and I plan on just, launching the SP2 just to finish him off. 2%, it'll do that, no problem. So easy fight, easy game, easy life. I probably didn't even need to heal Doom, but I'm always in the, play it safe mode. So whenever I go to fight this Arcus, you'll see me throw a potion into him, top him off. But man, that fight's such a joke. I could probably go in with 50% health and not even use an invul, most likely, and that fight's under control within 30 seconds. So this fight here, I was a little nervous because I knew that Dragon Man Special 1's unblockable, a little bit crazy animations on it. I fought him before, I think as a boss maybe, and Torch smoked him, but never taken him on this node, so I'm going to heal up and then kind of, get my thoughts together, and I'm going to throw on a combat invul, just in case I end up, I don't want to eat the SP3, but I know that he's got the power focus 1, so he won't really gain much power over 1 bar. You'll see that it's really hard for me at one point to even push him to 2 bars. So this placement for him, I don't think it's that great personally. So I'll get to my 20 flame stacks or whatever they're called. All I wanted to do there was do a reparry, but it kind of didn't work for me, and he threw the heavy, and I dexed it, and then I got parried, and I was just like, okay, Brian, let's go. Get this under control, son. But that was good. That part, of course, not unblockable or anything. Eating him up, special 2, put the extra charges on him, and like I say, he's not gaining any power, so I'm just going to keep hitting him a little bit here in the corner. And the invul worked great right there. Put all kinds of incinerates on him and just let him burn himself down. So it was almost like it was planned. Why dex it and don't let him take any damage? Just let him hit you a few times and die. So yeah, it was perfect. Like I said, don't like that placement. You won't see him there for us. But Torch destroyed him. This fight still got the invul running, because I know that, hey, I could end up eating, a special 3. But with the update to Stubborn, too, it's so awesome. I can dex his specials, special 1 at least, and no problem. I can go right back in and attack. So things are going good. There is one point here where I forget what I tried to do, but I end up eating a special 2 to the face. And it's okay. Oh, what it was, you'll see it here in a moment. I'm trying to do my normal rotation, but Doom's gaining so much power after this special 3 that I don't want to just throw my special 2. So I kind of I hesitated on clicking the button for the special. Wasn't sure which one I wanted, so I kind of and then I forgot to block. Well, of course it's unblockable anyway, but he just throws it right in my face. So I'm still at 92%, not sweating it. I know that after this one, a special 1 into a special 2, after this SP3, or I don't even know if I get that off, is gonna end this fight pretty quickly. Doom's just so good for this. I don't even think I get to a special. There it was. I was gonna throw the special 2 to end it, but didn't even get to it. Fight over. Arcus down. Okay, so it's going good. Into the main event, you see somebody's going in there for me. They're placing debuffs. So I've got the White Magneto pre-fight on him, which gives me 15% attack. And then my boy Yusafa throwing on the Mr. Fantastic debuffs. The Petrify one is, it helps. It helps right out the start of the gate. But then the big one is his power gain rate. So I think it's called the suppression field. It lowers his power gain rate, and that's huge. So it allows me to do a lot more with what I got. So I know I'm going to take a lot of chip damage. I know how hard he hits. I'm flame on. I'm 30% boosted. I'm like, okay, Like, can Torch do this? Let's find out. So once again, the Petrify at first is kind of nice, but it won't refresh, and I'm not too concerned about that. But the combat power rate is a big deal. So even after just the first, what are we at here? We're like 10-15 seconds into this fight. He's already down 10% health. So I'm like, man, okay, like, this is not bad at all. And I'm trying to do parries and re-parries whenever I can. And here you'll see, man, this dude gets stingy. I'm like, all right, dude, come on, throw it. All right, I'm giving you another opening, throw it. I'm not even blocking. And, man, just won't throw it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to push into his block. Thankfully, he does go ahead and chuck it. I get one hit off. There's no reason me hitting him a whole bunch and giving him power whenever it's not doing any damage. So back off, do it again. I just missed my dex on that one. Thankfully, it didn't do too much damage and gave me a bunch of smolders. So I'll chuck that SP2 in his face because it's going to put 2 more of the Nova Flames on him, and he's just going to be just kind of melting away, just slowly but surely. So here and there, oh, that was so great. He took the Power Sting damage from chucking that special without me having to dex it first. So I'm in a really good place right here. I'm feeling good. I know that all I got to do basically is just kind of block, get in my attacks, and he's going to drop. I mean, man, 27 smolder charges right here. Boom. Torch FTW for the win. Couldn't have been happier to know that I have a viable option now to take out a 6-3 boss, a Doom boss, without risking trying to use Ghost and doing all that, because my Ghost is not 6-3. I don't have a 6-star Ghost. So was super pumped about that. Good war to CNR. We did end up taking this one, thankfully. So we got our first win of the season. Hopefully we can keep this ball rolling. 1-3, or 1-2, I should say. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.